fireworks are illegal. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, my name's Chad Naho'oleva. This is the Lone Star Hawaiian Garage. Thank you so much for spending your time with me here today. Now, it is the calm before the storm. What I mean by that, it is the afternoon of New Year's Eve. For those of you that don't know, we live on the island of Oahu. And in the state of Hawaii, given it is New Year's Eve, any type of aerial fireworks are illegal. That's owning, possessing, buying, selling, shooting. Whatever you do with aerial fireworks, you can face imprisonment up to 5 years and a hefty $2,000 citation. So you would think New Year's Eve would be boring. It's not. Now, before all that, we were speaking of illegal things, so we're going ahead and just tear the band-aid off and let you guys know my truck is illegal. So this is going to be fun, showing you guys exactly what I have to do theoretically in order for this to be driving on public roads on a regular basis. So let's go ahead and get into tonight's festivities because it's going to get really crazy really quick. We'll see you guys tonight. Okay, so it's just past 6 o'clock and the fun is about to begin. We ran to Dominos real quick to grab some dinner because we are way too lazy to cook. Fun fact, I used to be a professional driver growing up. Growing up, I mean in college. And in college, I worked at Dominos as a delivery driver. Professional driver, it's on my resume. So let's go home, have some easy dinner, and prepare for Armageddon. Alright guys, welcome to a great location to watch fireworks, also known as my rooftop. Now remember, aerial fireworks are completely illegal in Hawaii. 5 years in prison, $2,000 fine. We're gonna watch some fireworks from my rooftop. So as you guys can probably still hear, it's been going on since 5 o'clock earlier this evening. It's now about half an hour till midnight and it's picked up a little bit. I'm assuming in the next 30 minutes it's gonna get kind of wild. But here's the plan. As you can see, we have a drone in our hand. We may be sacrificing this tonight. What the plan is, just before midnight, I'm gonna shoot this up in the air. It's gonna be kind of tricky because I'm gonna have to shoot the drone up low enough for it to look cool, but high enough to where it doesn't get obliterated by those guys. All right, you guys, things are slowing down just a little bit for the last few minutes prior to midnight. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and launch this up, put it in the sky, and cross our fingers. This will be back in my hands in about 30 minutes. 3 warnings are going off, but we got it back. That was a close call. Hey guys, keep in mind, this is my house, and we're just standing in the front lawn. And we're still going. That's just freaking nuts, guys. Every single year without fail, it just gets crazier and crazier. Well, anyways, that's gonna do it for tonight, guys. We're gonna see you guys back in the morning in the garage. We're gonna be working on the truck on something else illegal. Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a great one. We'll see you in the morning. All right, you guys, welcome back. It is a bit windy right now, so I apologize for any wind noise, but Happy New Year. It is the first day of 2019. Thank you again for being a part of the channel. But anyways, welcome to an undisclosed location on the island of Oahu. And as you can see there, we have a little bit of fun going on behind us, and I wish my truck was a 4-wheel drive. I'm gonna tell you right now, we're not going through that because I'm all alone, and if I get stuck in that, I got a long walk home. It is what it is. I'll get a 4-wheel drive someday on the channel. Anyways, we're talking about the legal aspects of my truck and why I mentioned it was illegal earlier. In Hawaii, in the state of Hawaii, if you modify or touch your suspension in any way, changing it from stock, you have to get an additional inspection on top of your normal safety. The typical state safety inspections apply every year. You get in a safety inspection. There's no smog, just safety. They check your headlights, taillights, tread on the tires, your window tint, the whole 9 yards. Now, if you touch your suspension in any way, you have to get a Hawaii Recon inspection. Now that's an entirely different inspection than your safety. Now what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna run home and make this truck legal. As you've seen in most of my videos, on the right side of the garage are a set of wheels and tires. We're gonna explain why I still have those. So let's have a little bit of fun on the way out. Let's go home and then make this truck legal once again.
But you got it, I got it. It began in the land of the sandstorm. I fought it, though I wanted everything to do with what you gave to me. Loosening my grip as pulled you into me. When I let you go, it just pulled you closer. It's a long departure. It's a long departure.
All right, you guys, welcome back to the garage and welcome back to Project Legalize Silverado. Let's talk a little bit about Hawaii's regulations. Every single year you need a safety check. I mentioned also a recon inspection. If you modify your truck, car, SUV, suspension-wise in any way, changing it from OEM spec or stock spec to anything else, you're required to have a reconstruction permit. And what reconstruction permit certifies is what you did to your suspension is safe for road use. They check a ton of different things, but there's 2 issues that I have in passing this reconstruction permit or my yearly safety check. The first one being my tires. As you can see here, we have the Motometal 962 wheels. These are 18 inches by 10 with a -24 offset. And that's the issue we run into, is the offset. These are wrapped in Toyo Open Country RTs if you're curious, but because it's a -24 offset, my tread extends beyond my fender just barely, like a quarter of an inch. And what they do during inspections is the requirement is you look straight down from the top of your fender, and if there's any tread extending beyond your fender, it's an automatic fail. So because these are a -24 offset, they sit just barely too far to pass a safety inspection, so we fail every time. And technically my truck would be illegal. Also, why my truck fails, mud flaps. According to law, 50% of your rear tire must be covered by either a fender or a mud flap, which I think is bogus because half the cars these days, if you look around, are 50% covered. But regardless, if you're going for a reconstruction, 50% is the requirement. And then it's called 50% about here. So technically, by law, I need mud flaps covering half of my rear tire and all of this tread beyond my fender. So in order to pass safety every single year, we utilize what's behind me. A lot of you have seen these lining the garage in several of my videos, and here is the reason we have them. These are 22-inch wheels. They're chrome. It's not exactly my taste, but these are 22-inch rims. These are 305 tires, and regardless of how ugly they are, I think it's only a -10 offset. Because it's -10 offset versus -24 offset, they don't extend beyond my fender. So these are legal to run on my truck. So once a year, every single year, in order to pass safety, we strap these back on the truck, take it to go get safety inspection, and come home and swap them back. Again, this is completely theoretical, complete hypothetical situations. I would never drive anything on the roadway that is illegal. This is just speaking hypothetically. So what we're gonna do now, we see the wheels over there. We need to air them up because they've been sitting for 12 months. So we're gonna check the air, jack the truck up, swap the wheels and tires, and it's time for my yearly safety inspection. Oh, and I need mud flaps as well, that too. Rocking them chromes again. There it is, 22-inch rim. The first one is back on. We got 3 to go. What I'm doing right now, I went ahead and tightened it as high as I can get with the wheel in the air before it started spinning. Now that that's tight, I went ahead and dropped it down for the rubber is touching the ground. I'm now gonna take my 4-way, tighten it down as tight as I can get it, and before we leave and finish up, I'll then take my torque wrench and then torque it all to spec. That's what I've come to know to do. It's worked out for me the last 28 years of my life. I'm getting old. But anyways, one's done, 3 to go. Let's get this done and then we can play with the mud flaps. Freaking mud flaps. All right, guys, what do you think? Rocking the 22-inch chrome wheels. So all 4 are done. I am sweating like crazy. This has been a really good workout. We also got to do a nice little sunset going on over here. Anyways, here's the check. There's the pass. As we mentioned before, because the offset isn't as far as the Motometals, the tread does not extend beyond the fender. So this is going to be a pass. One more thing we have to do is mud flaps. I pulled these down from where they were stored. Good old mud flaps, Amazon.com. These ones came with a Chevy emblem, which is actually not bad having the bow tie there. And how I have it set up, you see some nuts and screws. I literally have set these up where I can bolt them on. So they're gonna bolt on the interior of the fender on the back side. But before all that, we need to clean some of this fun we had from this morning. It's gonna be kind of obvious if I walk into safety and there's mud behind the mud flap. That's just not gonna work. So anyways, let's pull this out, let's clean all this up, bolt the mud flaps on, and we'll be done. All right, folks, that is it. We are legal. We're rolling on them 22s. I'm not sure if that's a thing anymore. Anyways, we got our 22-inch rims. We got our old tires back on the truck. We got our mud flaps. We're good to go for being legal. Again, this is completely hypothetical, completely theoretical situation. I would never drive anything on the roads that's not legal, but if you are in Hawaii and you are trying to pass a recon type inspection, make sure these 2 criteria are met, because this is my failing point. I had to come back later on to get it passed. We got our mud flaps. We're good to go. Where's the dog? You always run into me. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm super excited for 2019. We got some big plans in store, some big plans for you guys. And for those of you who have stuck around this long in a video, I'll throw you a little Easter egg here. This is the last time these wheels and tires will ever be on the truck. I'll let you guys think about why that might be. But regardless, it is late. I have work in the morning. We're back to the daily grind. I hope you guys had a great holiday season and very happy and safe New Year's. But until next time, guys, y'all take care, aloha, and enjoy the ride.